What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to go over a bunch of new news on Forza Motorsport that has been released this week. There are a lot of topics we've been wondering about. There are a lot of answers that have been given to us. And with all this new information, there is also some disappointing news to go over. With that being said, let's start off with something positive, and that is, as of August 22nd, pre-ordering is available on the Microsoft Store and Steam. So if you are a PC player, now's the time. You can finally hit the pre-order button and finally start getting hyped. We have a lot of different topics to go over on the PC side of things, and I will start with one of the most exciting things for me personally. For the first time ever, there will be cross-play and cross-progression between PC and console. This is something I personally have been waiting for a long time. I can't tell you how many times I've had friends that are on PC, I'm on Xbox, and we just cannot play with each other. Finally, that is going to be over with. Finally, we can race together. Thank you, Turn 10 and Microsoft. I'm excited for that one. Moving along with even more important news for PC users, we finally have a spreadsheet to look over that shows us the minimum, recommended, and ideal specs for your PC in order to run this game. I know a lot of you have been waiting to hear about this for quite some time, and it's finally time it comes out. Especially since we're less than 2 months away, this is going to give you guys time to make any upgrades if necessary, or just make sure you are all ready to go. On screen, you can see this spreadsheet will go over everything you need to know to make sure you get the best possible experience you can when it comes to playing Forza Motorsport on October 10th or 5th if you upgrade to the Premium Edition. If you want to look over the spreadsheet in more detail, you can find it at forza.net/news. I will have the link in the description below, and everyone can make sure that they are ready at launch. Forza Motorsport on PC will support native resolutions up to 4K and even beyond, rendering ultra-wide and non-standard resolutions for on-track gameplay. This is going to be big for all of you PC guys out there that are running dual monitor, triple monitor setups. This is exactly the news I've been waiting to hear. Although it does not mention anything on console yet, with cross progression being introduced into the title, I am definitely more open to transitioning from console to PC in the coming years. Now this next topic is brought with some disappointment from players, especially when multiplayer is absolutely the most popular game mode, and that is frame rates will be locked when playing multiplayer to ensure consistent and competitive racing online for all players across all PC configurations and Xbox consoles. Although this can be disappointing for the most hardcore of gamers and racers out there, we must take a small step back and think about what Chris has said in this statement. And not even just Chris, but what the whole Xbox company has truly been about, reaching out to as many different types of audiences as possible. Whether you have one of the best PCs money can buy, or you are literally running 4 flash drives to have enough storage for this game, whether you're playing on a Series S or X console, when it comes to the multiplayer experience, I can understand. The developers just want it to be a fair experience for everyone involved. Frame rates will be capped at 30 FPS, but as far as the home space and menu navigation, it can be unlocked in the video options menu. In this same article by Chris Sasaki, we finally have a very long list of different manufacturers and wheels that are going to be supported on both the PC and console. You will see a lot of the common brands listed, such as Fanatec, Logitech, Moza, and Thrustmaster. If you want to see the complete list, this list is also a part of the same article. Check it out on forza.net/news. One last thing to mention on the peripherals, and I thought this was very strange. Not only do they mention remapping your mouse and keyboard or controller is very easy, but you can also remap and play this game with non-standard controllers. And what do I mean by non-standard controller? They literally say in the article, you guys can read it for yourself, you could use a USB NES gamepad to play this game, or even a flight stick. I'd rather have 60 frames per second than play this game with an NES gamepad, but that's just me. At least those of you out there with some very high dollar equipment can actually use some of the features with this new game, such as displaying RPM shift lights and race data on your custom screens. Finally, to end this video, we have some of the most disappointing news that came to us this week, and that is the full 12.9-mile Nürburgring course will not be in the game at launch. We will have the GP circuit, but the full track will not be in the game until spring of 2024. Almost an entire year from now. When I heard this news, when I read this article, I actually couldn't believe myself. I try to always see the bright side of things, to think on the positive side, and really see and understand both sides of the story. So first, I will quickly share my disappointment in asking Turn 10 one question. What have you been doing the past 6 years? And I will leave that statement at that. On the other side of things, this is the longest gap in between a motorsport game that we've ever had. And with everything we know about the game and have seen so far, let's take a look at some of the greatest racing games of all time. In fact, let's just look at 2 of them. We'll start with Assetto Corsa. Does anyone remember what Assetto Corsa came with at launch? It was only 15, and it didn't include the full Nürburgring course as well. Well, what about iRacing? How many tracks are part of the base content you get with a subscription? The answer is 22. Both of these titles are known as a couple of the best sims to come out of all time. As we get closer to launch, as I see more and more the direction Turn 10 is going in, I'm starting to get the feeling they aren't trying to beat Gran Turismo 7. They aren't following in any footsteps, they aren't copying other games, they are taking notes from other great titles and crafting their way into being one of those all-time great racing games. No, we won't have 30 tracks at launch. No, we might not even have some of our favorites. But with a huge roster of cars and 6 years worth of work, we are still going to get a revolutionary racing game that we will be playing for years to come. That is all I have for you guys today. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please leave me a like. If you have any thoughts or opinions on any of the news released this week, please leave them down in the comments below. I always read them, I always respond, and seeing what you guys have to say in the comments truly does help me create more content. And if you don't want to miss more content like this, please subscribe to the channel. I put out new Forza Motorsport videos every week. Thanks again for checking out the video. I will see you guys next time. Peace.